Hello, this is Gabby Mendoza, and I'm here to perform an overview of your travel plans for my boss, Mrs. Cuvidos. So here, the first page you see here will be the itinerary for your trip to Mexico and Guadalajara. So the first thing you're going to do, we're on Tuesday, April 20th, you will have woken up and arrived at the airport at least by 5:30. Last time I went to the airport, it was quite packed, so I wanted to make sure there was plenty of time. We start boarding around 6:15. You land in Salt Lake City, which is your first stop on your way to Mexico City. You have a 54-minute layover, so that make sure you get some breakfast before you start boarding at 9:25. You arrive at Mexico City at 2:35, and then there will be a shuttle from the Marriott hotel that you are staying at. There will be a shuttle to assist you in going to your hotel from there. You have to go through customs and make sure that you have all your passport and your immigration card, just so that way people in Mexico know that you're coming from America. And then you make sure you get your baggage. Otherwise, if you don't, it'll be left. Then you have your shuttle. Obviously, will be waiting there for you, and you arrive at the Marriott in your deluxe room, which we have scheduled for you, and I will show you later. So Wednesday, you have a leisure day, which is all to yourself. So I've been notified of many restaurants that are all around your area that are close. You have your first presentation on Thursday at 9:30, and there is a dinner at the restaurant of your choice. So the Marriott was able, or the company that you are working for was able to pay for your dinner. For the next day, you discuss notes with your presentation, and then you present to the board of directors at the company at 12 p.m. So that's just around noon. I'm pretty sure there should be lunch there. At 6 p.m. we have an early dinner, and then we have your weekend that you can spend all through Saturday through Sunday are your leisure days. Just have fun. On Monday, the 26th, you have you present for the last time your presentation, and then you pack for the trip to Guadalajara, and you have the last night on the town from 5 to whenever. I suggest getting to bed a little early because you do have an earlier flight. As it says right here, Tuesday, you check out of the Marriott at 7:25. You take the shuttle to the airport around 7:30, and you board your flight at 8:45. This is your flight to Guadalajara from Mexico City. You land in Guadalajara at 10:21, and at 11 o'clock you check into your hotel. This is also a Marriott. It's a variation of the Marriott hotel. So the rest of the day you have to relax, to eat, figure out where you want to go, unpack, maybe rehearse. Then for Wednesday the 28th, you have at 9 p.m. you present your first presentation, and then you have lunch with the executive officer. That is the rest for just Wednesday. Then on Thursday, April 29th, the 23rd, you have a private tour, and I'm assuming it's going to be gorgeous based on just the pictures that I've seen of it. On Friday, April 30th, you check out of the Marriott. You get the shuttle to the airport, which is again provided by Marriott. And by 3 o'clock, you check in your bags, and 3:51, you board your flight, and you arrive in Spokane at 10:25. So that is the end for the itinerary. So I'm going to scroll back up to the top. Over here we have our plane information, and I have every ticket separately placed in this OneNote. So for the first one, in April 20th on Tuesday, you leave for your flight from the Spokane Airport, and you arrive in Salt Lake City. This is where you have your 54-minute stop. Then you board at 9:40 and land in Mexico City at 2:35. So that is for your trip from Spokane to Mexico City. Then from Mexico City to Guadalajara, it's a nonstop flight. It'll be on Tuesday, April 27th. You're going to be leaving at 9:01 and getting there at around 10:21. So that should be all for your flights in Mexico and then from your flight out of Mexico to get you home. You have yet another layover in Salt Lake City. It's a little bit longer of a stop, but that means you can get a nice dinner and have a nice time to relax and kind of think about getting home and maybe catching up on some business that you weren't able to catch up on while on your trip. So that's it for the flight information. At the moment, I have air maps of the airport. For the Spokane airport, I made some notes here, and here. As for when you arrive at the airport, you get there, then you go to security, then it will be either of these gates, depending on what your ticket says. So this is all for the Spokane airport. For the Salt Lake City airport, I have a map that goes out here. It's a big place, and I don't know where you dock off, and so you'll have to kind of figure that out. You do have a 45-minute layover here on your first flight and a 3-hour layover, it looks like, on your second. So this is the map for that. Then in Mexico City, here is this one. We have our baggage claims here, and we have immigration and customs. Not quite sure, again, which gate you're going to be exiting out of, so I can't really provide any hints for that. But here's some extra information about immigration and customs, and make sure to have your passport ready for the Guadalajara airport. Simple map, but it's all I could find at the moment, so at the moment still don't know what kind of gate you're going to be exiting out of or entering, so this is what we have for the Guadalajara airport. And now we go on to our hotel information. For the first one, we have the Mexico City Marriott, and you have reserved the deluxe room with a one king bed and no view, unfortunately, but it should have some wonderful places around you, as it says right here. There's a lot of restaurants and places there to look. For Guadalajara, this is pretty much the same. We made sure that it was very similar to it. And so that's our hotels for the stay. And again, the shuttle will be provided and they will pick you up from the airport. For transportation, again, about the shuttle from the hotel, but to get you from your home to the Spokane airport, we are going to be using the yellow cab taxi service. So you just set time for when you would like to be picked up, and they will come and get you. It's going to be an early pickup for that and when you come home. So just make sure that you download the app before you leave. And here's some extra information just so that you understand the culture and what happens around you. So for here, both cities, they have their main language Spanish. The destinations obviously are Mexico City, Mexico, and Guadalajara. The electricity in the hotels, they have internet access, electrical adapters, and business outlets. So perfect for both cities, and they make the same. Airlines and flights, see the plane information as I showed you over here. Intermediate stops for flights, as few as possible. We have 2 for each flight home and flight from Mexico City. So just check those out. You have a couple bit of layovers, so just watch for those. A date of departure and date of return. We have Tuesday, April 20th, and then you return on Friday, April 30th. The date and time of first business appointment, pickup date within the next month. So Thursday, 22nd should be that type of a date. Time necessary between arrivals and appointment, at least 8 hours. Those were filled in for me at the beginning of this instruction. So for this ground transportation, we have the transportation part right here, which is mostly shuttles provided by the hotel and cabs for when you go to and from your home. For the travel times, we have all of them placed in the itinerary. For the time zones, Mountain Daylight in Salt Lake City, that's pretty much your only other change, and then you have Central Standard Time in Mexico City and Guadalajara. Airlines used, we have Delta. An approximate cost for transportation and lodging is about $1,572,000.40. Near the Mexican Embassy in Mexico City, it's 6 minutes from the Marriott, and Guadalajara you have 24-minute drive, so it's not far. Just so that you know. International country and city telephone codes for Mexico City, it is 52, and for Guadalajara, it's 33. Average weather, Mexico City in April is the high of 80 and a low of 50. Guadalajara, April is the high of 89 and the low is 52. So they're pretty close. Holiday or special celebrations while you stay, there is none happening at currently as when you're going to be there. Time difference between each difference, 1 hour ahead for all destinations. So that includes Salt Lake City, Guadalajara, and Mexico. Here we have country's currency is 1 pesos is equal to about 5 cents for American money. And vaccinations, when crossing the Mexican border legally, you must be tested for COVID-19 so that they know that they aren't bringing anyone who has the virus. Make sure you have your passport and visa and your COVID test, obviously, as I just mentioned, and your customs declaration form. That was all mentioned in the airport maps for Mexico City. So, yeah, just look at those. And right here we have departure times for airport maps. Right over here. Greetings and handlings. I provided a quick little read right here. It's just, oh, pardon, so many pop-ups. There's a quick business etiquette in Mexico. So it's a little read where you can see all of how you go to meetings, how you dress, timeliness, making sure you're on time, how to react in social media comments, and so that's a very important read. I would do that, and most of these require the link for them, so just check that out when you can. Restaurants near the hotel, there is La Mansión, and for Guadalajara, La Casa de los Platos. So those are two restaurants that are very close to the hotel. And things to do. There's balloon rides and tour guides. So I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot you could do. Just saying. So, and then we have the itinerary, which is right over here, which is how I'm going to end. And so I hope this was very helpful, and I hope you can understand uh, your full trip and that it's easy to get to know. And I hope you have a fun time. Thank you.